It's the Castlenovians, boys. I've got a new video that's going to be dropping later on today. It's an absolute monster. That is all I'm going to say. And I really hope that the video is, I don't know, I just want it to change your life. That's the energy that I move with. Whenever I'm putting videos together, I'm just like, there's someone out there who just needs this video. And even if it just inspires one video and it inspires you to get out there, to start cold approaching, to start taking control of your dating life, meet a gob-smackingly gorgeous girl, wife-worthy woman, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy about that, man. So yeah, I wanted to put this video together for any 35 plus year old who just feels as though they've hit a wall with the dating life at the moment. I was speaking with one of my Entourage guys yesterday, guy who's in his late 40s, and we were having a conversation, and we were just like, doesn't it suck, the lies which have been fed to men? Like, it actually sucks. Like, with most of the guys who I work with, like, my typical client is over the age of 35, usually entrepreneur, business owner, high achieving, busy professional who's got lots of the boxes ticked. Yeah, prioritizes health, he's making good money, solid career, but when it comes to actually meeting a woman, that box is not ticked, which is why guys work with me. But yeah, we were just having a conversation, and we were just like, dude, it actually just sucks that so many men have been fed the lie of build it and they will come. I think this is why the community that we're building at the moment, the Entourage, is so important, because it inspires conversations between like-minded men. And we have a group coaching call every single Sunday, and I can just see the light bulb moments going off in our guys' mind. Like when they're sharing stories from their own personal lives, and then let's say a 35-year-old shares a story, and then one of our guys who's 48 can resonate with that. It just allows them to feel as though they're not on their own. Like there's not actually anything wrong with them, because for a lot of the guys that I work with, they followed that script. They followed the build it and they will come. They followed, become a high value man, and one day your dream woman's going to come knocking at your door. And it's a complete pile of horseshit. And I do have radical empathy for a lot of older gentlemen who have been following this script, thinking that, I just need to make more money, I just need to buy a nicer car, I just need to buy a nicer watch, I need to build a more attractive lifestyle, and then I'm going to find her. But what you don't get taught is it's learning how to actually deliver your value to the world. And I find that with a lot of successful guys, the guys who I work with, the acquisition of materialistic trophies and status symbols almost becomes a distraction strategy. You know, it's like, once I've got to this level of net worth, once I've got the car, once I've got the watch, then maybe I will go out there and find my dream partner. But I was speaking with the guy in question yesterday, guy in his late 40s, and we have weekly one-to-one calls. So on top of the group coaching calls where you can connect with everybody else, we also have one-to-one calls, because sometimes guys just want to share things with me in private. But he's absolutely flying now. He's met a girl back in his home city. They've gone on 3 dates so far. He's got a 4th date lined up with her, and he actually just sent me a message literally just as I was about to make this stream, just a message of appreciation. It's like, dude, I'm just so happy that I came across your content when I did, because I was in a dark place in my life. I kept thinking, like, I knew in myself that something needed to change. Like, I kept going home, sleeping alone, thinking, fuck, is this my life? You know, is this my life? Like, watching all my friends settle down, have children, having pressure from my friends and my family. Like, when are you going to start taking this life seriously? And, you know, he tried everything else. Like me 4 years ago, I tried everything else, you know, like dating apps never worked for me. Nightclubs, I didn't want to be hanging around those things. I didn't have any friends, so I couldn't get women through my social circle. I didn't want to be slide into women's DMs. So cold approach became the only viable option. I think if you're watching this and you're over the age of 35 and it's like, you feel as though you're banging your head against a brick wall, I think the best piece of advice that I would give to you, and this is the advice that myself and my clients put into action in real time: burn the boats, okay? Get rid of the app. Stop going to nightclubs. Stop trying to strategically get women through your social circle. Burn the boat and go all in with this discipline. of day game. For you, that might just be setting yourself the challenge. One day, every single day for the next 30 days, you're going to give one woman a direct compliment. And you have to be consistent with this, dude. Like, you have to be consistent with it. There's no point in just going out, doing it once, like seeing a girl in a coffee shop, or going, like seeing a woman at the bus stop and being like, oh, you look amazing, and then not doing it for another couple of weeks and then complaining that your dating life is shit. No, we become what we practice, and your actions must align with your ambitions. If you're a guy over the age of 35, you've actually got a hidden superpower. You've got urgency. You've got more urgency than a 22-year-old who's still got time to piss away. If you're a guy and you want to find a wife, that's the position that most of my guys inside the Entourage are in, right? They want to find a wife, right? They want that wife-worthy woman that they can do life with. They've already played the field. They don't want short-term entertainment anymore. They want long-term fulfillment. And the beautiful thing about this, like, if you've got urgency and you also know what it is that you want, if you know that you want a wife, it makes call approach so much easier because you only need one, right? Rather than going out there trying to be everything to everybody, you're just trying to be a somebody for the right somebody. So all of these rejections and blowouts and undesirable outcomes that you inevitably will encounter, these become a lot easier to stomach because you know you're going out there just find one. And on like a meta mindset level, you can view every rejection, every undesirable outcome, every hashtag blowout, you see it as preparation for allowing you to become the version of yourself that you need to be, right? I don't believe in the one, I believe in soulmates. I believe there are women who've been put on this earth for us. Like, your future wife, she's waiting for you. But part of the masculine journey is becoming the version of yourself who's ready to receive this woman. So that might mean, in plain fucking English, that might mean you need to get rejected 100 times. And then the 101st approach, bang, she's your wife. But you're never going to meet her if you don't start putting yourself out there, right? So being consistent with it, whether that is just setting yourself a schedule, right? I'm going to go out every single day, one direct call approach for the next 30 days. And then the thing that I'm saying to you, gentlemen, all the time, belief follows action, okay? If you feel as though that you've hit a wall at the moment, you feel stuck, you feel lost, you feel like no one understands you, belief follows action, okay? I see it time and time again with the guys inside the Entourage. We've had guys who've joined us, they had all of the self-limiting beliefs under the sun. Oh, I'm too old. Oh, I don't look good enough. Oh, I'm too short. Oh, I don't make enough money. Oh, I make too much money. So these women are only going to want me for my money. Like, everything. I've heard it all. The thing that penetrates all of this bullshit is action. Belief follows action. Like, we've had guys who've signed up to join the Entourage, and within a week, they've already got a girlfriend, right? Within a week, they've had themselves a girlfriend. One of our guys, 14 direct call approaches. The 15th approach, he met his girlfriend. So change happens, and change can happen fast, but it's about rewriting your own narrative, okay? So yeah, just when I was having the conversation yesterday, I was just like, yeah, it actually does suck. I actually understand the position that a lot of guys are in. And especially, I remember one of the guys that I worked with in London last year, we'll call him Jason. He'd come out of a 10-year long-term relationship, and he'd met his other half down the pub. They had a couple of kids together. And then when he re-emerged into the dating marketplace, the entire landscape had changed. We had social media, we had dating apps, we had more of a hyper-competitive, cutthroat type of environment, and the whole thing had changed. I remember when he first got in contact to work with me, I was living in Warsaw last year when I was coaching Ephraim, and he got on the phone with me. He was like, dude, I'm lonely. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea how to actually meet people, but I don't want to do dating apps. I don't want to go to nightclubs. I've got kids. Like, I need somebody. I need a supportive woman who can be that asset into my life rather than having a liability. He wanted an asset, right? So we worked together in London over the summer. He's now in a long-term committed relationship. I think he met his now girlfriend, Russell Square Gardens in London. Cold approached her, beautiful, and now she's helping him raise his kids. He can go full force on his business now because he's got the woman side of life handled, if that makes sense. A lot of the guys who I work with, they they get to a certain point where their business can start to suffer because they want to focus their attention on meeting women whilst also trying to juggle their business. But because they've got no feedback, they've got no support, they've got no accountability when they're going out there to cold approach can be a massive waste of time if you don't know what you're doing. That's just me being completely transparent with you. How many of us, and myself included, more so when I was learning magic at 13 years old, how many of us have gone out there with the intention of approaching somebody and been walking around for 2 hours in our heads, getting more and more frustrated? So yeah, if you're an older guy, you don't have that time to piss away. So I think if you can just set yourself the intention of doing one, I think it's setting yourself a time frame as well. If you can just say every day, give yourself 20 minutes to direct cold approach one woman. And if after the end of those 20 minutes you've not done it, forget about it, get on with the rest of your day. Otherwise, you do run the risk of just getting in your head, thinking too many steps ahead, experiencing failure in advance, and then you can get a negative view of cold approach when it's not cold approach that's the problem. It's your inability to take the action because you're scared. And I get that, but that's why you need accountability. That's why you need feedback. That's why you need a ready-made masculine support network like we've got inside the Entourage. So I'm not taking on any coaching clients at the moment. I'm not taking on anybody until the new year, 2025. But in the meantime, download my free courses, watch all the videos, and then, yeah, make sure you subscribe and have got notifications turned on because, dude, I'm going to drop a Casanovian cult classic later on today. It's going to blow your fucking minds. Honestly, it's going to be so cool. I can't wait to get it out there. I think it's taken about 5 hours to upload. So, yeah. Anyway, boys, listen. I hope you've enjoyed this. If there's anything that I can help with, just leave a comment below. And yeah, to glory we go.